So I'm going to be towing that boat, Corey's boat, he bought it, over to the dock, or the ramps, when he gets done eating breakfast and all that crap. But first, I gotta blow all this crap out of here. Boy, it's so nice to have that fast start lever working. Glad I put that extra couple of gallons in my tank. Just keep coming. The steering's getting stiff. I don't even think that stuff is moving out there. Clogged up my exhaust and everything. Well, I'm waiting for him to let me know. Well, the wind picked up, but trying to get out of there was a disaster. Blowing me right in the mess of everything, but we got out. Unbelievable. I knew, you know, couldn't be nice and glassy for us like it started out to be. It's just enough, you know, to screw things up. Well, he made it. That was easy. The easy part. Yeah, he got it. Go for a ride. So I just drove past the ramp and Corey's still there. I guess he's good to go. Checking everything. Oh baby, beautiful day till the rain gets here. Anyway, Miss Vanna White here. That's my van, if you don't already know that. Throwing a code, PO301. I'm like, oh, please don't be throwing no codes at me now. I got so much to do, I can't get it all done. Run, bunny, run, run. But anyway, it was bad. And I was way down south Orlando coming home, and I'm like, please, please, please make it home. Well, I made it home, and then I ran the scanner and found out what it was. I was thinking when I did the intake manifold gaskets, I just had a gut feeling it was leaking again, leaking water. So I did the radiator seal crap, threw that in there, some bars, and I got those tablets. I threw one of them big tablets in, mixed it into the mix there, and took it out and drove it around, and it kept coming up again, the code. So we'll see what happens today. Well, I just drove it out on the road, 50 mile an hour. Nothing, not even the normal codes that pop up, which is stupid canister, gas canister thingy. That crap wasn't in here when I bought it. Let's see what happens when I cut it off and then flip it back on. Wow. Wow. Come on, baby. Work. Oh, yes, please. Why aren't the other codes coming up? Well, I can't believe it. Please, Chevy gods. Please let that be the problem, and that sealer working. Well, I did it again. Turned it off. Turn it back on. There's the old freaking light. Let's see what the scanner says. Let's see. 443, 452, and the 301. Son of a freaking fragger schmagger. So Corey was wondering when he can take his motor. I said, take it now, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. So I set it all up. It still has to break in from the honing. So I'm just going to let it run. It started right up in a few pulls. Still needs to adjust this rope. I told him, let him adjust it, you know. We got a tropical storm coming in. I'm trying to get everything ready. I still got to start this thing up, make sure it's going to run, crank up my generator, onboard generator, make sure everything's going to be good. And we'll just let this puppy break in. My van's still on a code, a misfire code. I got to pull that front wheel off just to get the number one plug out, see what's going on there. So I'm up to my eyebrows in crap. We'll let it run. Sounds pretty good. So I've been running her. Boy, my bucket's leaking like a sieve. Anyway, I let it run for a while, then let it cool down, let it run, cool down. The primer bowl's been staying nice and firm. I just took my front tire off to get that plug out. And it looks okay, but I'm going to do a compression test on my cylinder there. Alright, let's see. She likes it up here for starting. And I've been having to choke it, which just may be the consequence of what, you know, the way that crankshaft is and stuff. But it's normally been starting in like 4 pulls, you know, a couple choke, a couple not choke. But that last time, man, I must have pulled it 6 or 8 times. So let's see where we're at here. I'll do without the choke. Sounds like she wants to go. No. A little chokey wokey. Still got to adjust this. 50 times I've said it already. Hear that? One side it's spurting out of the little holes. On this side it's barely coming out. So I started getting a little concerned about this thing, and even since the very first day when we finally got it to fire up, the very first day he brought this thing over, it was always so hot. So I kept thinking, you know, did I check this thing or not? But I guess I was getting mixed up with the 20 horse. But the impeller in there is fine. So I don't know why it's so hot. I'm going to hook the hose up to the water tube and run some water through it that way and see. Plus, I just went in and looked at a bunch of videos of guys with 4 horses, and their motor's doing the same thing. It's just spritzing out those little holes. Even one guy just did a water pump job, and you know, it's just dribbling out. But I had to see for myself also. This thing definitely needs oil in the gear case, and it's missing the O-ring on the shaft, top of the shaft up here. This seems to me it shouldn't be running that hot for such a small motor. Plus my freaking cylinder number 1 is down to 90 PSI. And then I found out, I pulled my tester out, and the O-ring on it is all chewed up. I had no idea that it was like that. Or did it just happen doing it on the van? That ain't gonna hold air. So without that new O-ring, I don't know where I'm at. It should be a healthy running motor, should be around 150 plus, but no less than 100 minimum, they say. So let me do this and see if I can find an O-ring for all this crap. So I stuck a hose on the water tube, and I recently built this little stand just for these little motors. Well, it's flowing pretty good. That's the other thing too, the water in the tank gets hot so fast. It seems like it's coming out one side more than the other side. I'll poke something in them little holes, maybe they're kind of clogged. But it's flowing. I'll put some oil in that gear case too. I can see the holes on this side, on the inside. I guess they're in like a little angle. Maybe I need something skinnier than this damn nail. Let me see what I got. So I've got this bread tie. Yeah. Maybe they are kind of clogged up. I watched one guy on his little 4-horse. Same, I think it's the same year. And he's like, oh, it runs real cool. Yeah, these are clogged up. See this side, look how loose this is. Now, this side, it kind of goes more at an angle. Oh well, put it back together. A little breeze this morning. So I'm trying to get out of the wind and get over here. She don't sound right. Hear that? CDI that goes in here, oh man, right in the middle of the weeds. The CDI that goes in here, it's got a 6100 RPM rev limiter on it. I don't know what this thing's got. I'm going to set up my little console. So hang on. I kind of ripped it, it didn't sound too bad. Maybe it just needed to clear its throat a little bit. she sounds good. Let's get over here with some glass. I can't believe we got that stupid tropical storm coming this weekend. Well, on behalf of myself and the 30 horse, I think we passed the audition. Get out of here.
You know the channel. Oh yeah, baby.